bomb folk. For Trump to get on TV, man, and say what he's going to do to these other countries, you're going to wipe out civilizations, you're going to bomb folks back to the Stone Ages, you're going to blow some of your allies off the fucking map. Man, that shit is very dangerous, man. Not for him, because he look at this war like it's a video game, man. He hides behind the screen. He got his Secret Service. They got their bunkers. They got all protection for this motherfucker. But for Americans, he is making it bad, man. Because when you say shit like that to some of these countries, man, they don't take those threats lightly. And you got Americans all over the world, man, visiting them places, living some of these places. Hell, he making it bad for us over here in the United States. The things he's fucking saying, especially for our servicemen and women, because now Iran has put bounties on his head, their head, everybody fucking head right now. You know what I'm saying? That's why they stuck on them ships like that. They can't get off the ships and walk around in other countries. You know what I'm saying? Relax, catch a fresh breath. You know what I'm saying? Get some little walking legs and shit. They can't. They got to stay on them ships. Because their commander-in-chief don't know when to shut the fuck up. And he's always making fucking threats, putting everybody in harm's way. Now you want to blow up Oman now. Because them folks trying to work some kind of deal so they can start getting their country and getting some money flowing around this motherfucker. Just because you can't be a part of the deal, now you ready to knock them folks off. Telling you, man, he bringing this motherfucker down every day. Every day is something different with this motherfucker. And these folks that's supposed to be in charge over here in the United States, let this idiot get out in front of cameras and say this type of shit. It's so bad right now, when he do sit in front of cameras, y'all need to start editing some of that shit when he starts speaking like that. Once you record him, don't do no live interviews with this motherfucker. Edit that shit and then put it out. Because I'm telling you, he's making everything bad, man. There's nothing good to come out of what Trump's got going on, man. I don't know how to explain this shit and express this shit to y'all, but we're in the middle of a World War III, man, and it's going to be bad. And people are going to lose their lives doing this shit, man. I'm telling y'all, man, this guy is fucking up the world, and it's a shame. I've never seen nobody like this in my motherfucking life, man. I've never seen nothing rant like this. He gets in front of a cameraman and loses his fucking orange wig, man. Listen, Iran is playing advanced chess. Trump is playing beginner's checkers. These folks has covered every move that the United States tried to pull on to the T. You cannot give people 40-some years to prepare for a situation and expect it to go just like that, like Trump dum-dum just did. See, these folks know Trump is going to get tired of this shit and he's going to send them U.S. troops in for a ground invasion. So what they do? Get a step ahead of them. Tell all the citizens, we'll give you $30,000 to $60,000 ahead of the motherfuckers. Whatever you bring to us, dead or alive. So when you send them troops in, they can't go into some of these cities and some of those towns in Iran and mingle with some of the citizens in that bitch. How kids like to run up to U.S. soldiers and old folks like to run. They don't know who's who. That's going to be a problem of its own because when Iran got like 90-something million people living that motherfucker, listen to what I'm telling you, boy, it's a disaster ready to happen. But these motherfuckers probably got a backup plan for that. See, what they're going to do is they're going to open that draft. And they're going to start off with probably the motherfucking detention centers, the juvenile detention centers. They're going to get them kids up out of there first, send them over there. The 18-year-olds and on up. Then they're going to go to the prison system. They're going to get that. And then they're going to come get your motherfucking kids. Listen to what I'm telling you, man. It's bound to happen. There's too much shit going on in the world. There's too many fires, and it can't be put out. Listen to what I'm telling you, man. But I tell you, who kids are not going? See, Netanyahu started this shit, but I guarantee you, the motherfucking kids over there in Israel won't fight. They'll be in the fucking bunkers protected while U.S. citizens over there trying to put this shit down. Listen to what I'm telling you, man. The shit getting real. All you got to do is listen to this. Every day, this shit is getting hotter and hotter, man. But that draft will open. I'm telling you. That draft will open because right now, shit, the U.S. at a standstill, boy. And Iran has went on offense. They said they're ready to attack. They're ready to do this. Man, listen. All I can tell you is, boy, y'all better get ready because they coming for these kids.
All right, Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Also, like foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. And this man had brought up some beautiful points, right? Some beautiful points. I'm not going to go through all of it. I'm just going to go to one of the main points. And what he said about, you know, the ships, the people in the ships is absolutely correct. They created a stressful environment when it was unnecessary. And when you do, when you talk shit, when you pop off, people don't like that. All right? People don't like being talked to down. That's human nature. That's not just a Western thing. You know, people in the streets here, you say anything, they deem to be foul or something like that. They'll try to fight you or kill you. Right? How much more on the other side of the world? So everything that he said is absolutely true. You can't just go around threatening people, especially other nations, and expect there no consequences and repercussions behind it. What comes out of a man's mouth, it holds merit. See, that's the difference between the West and the East. The West, you can say whatever the fuck you want to say. There's no consequences or repercussions behind it. Your words hold no value. And it's like the only way you can take somebody serious if they have some form of weapon or they have something against you. That's the only way. But in the East, they mean what they say. You know? And that's what the spirit that the Lord is putting on us. Words are powerful. The truth is more powerful. So empty threats is a sign of a weak man. And Trump, this whole administration, this whole Babylon is nothing but weak. And the man pointed out some beautiful points behind all that. All right, that's the main thing I'm gonna stick on because he has some other joints, but for time consumption, let me get this. Proverbs 14 and 17. It says, "He that is so angry dealeth foolishly, and a man of wicked devices is hated." So even with that whole stunt deal, no deal, that's why he's the game that he's playing, even though it's a lie. All right, we understand that war is deception. Understand all that. But when you go and say, oh, we're going to wipe out a civilization, then people, they're not seeing it as like, oh, like how they on the news are saying, oh, yeah, he just likes to say things, tough talk, tough deals. Nah. Some people will look at that as a challenge. All right. And they will accept that challenge. So you got to come correct. And rumor has it, they're talking about even considering using nukes. So if they consider to use nukes on Iran, that's going to be a domino effect of consequences of and of major consequences. All right, major, because that's going to set off. That's going to speed things up, and all we have to worry about is the mandatory trip, and we are out of here. Proverbs 21 and 19. It says, "It's better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman," which is true. Which is true. That's not the one I wanted, but that hey, Proverbs 22, no, 22:24. Make no friendship with any angry man, and with a fierce man that shall not go. Why? Because they're going to lead you to a path that's going to end up destroying you, which goes into this is what I had in mind. Sirach 8:16. It says, strive not with an angry man, and go not with him into a solitary place. For blood is as nothing in his sight. That's why they had no problem dropping bombs on the children. That was an open sacrifice. All right. That was an open sacrifice. All right. They have no problem. That's why he kept saying he's gonna destroy them to the Stone Age. They have no problem shedding people's blood. But like the scripture says in Ezekiel the 37th, the 35th chapter, since thou hast not hated blood, blood shall pursue thee. Like so blood is gonna pursue is pursuing you. That's why when the man made the statement, which is true, that every citizen in Iran is given a green light. If any American go come through, take them out. So what are you going to be able to do when you send a couple of thousands of troops when you have millions and millions of people that's completely against you? All right, and they see you as the viable threat, the ones that causing misery. Okay, and they feel like you're attacking them for no reason. So this place is fucked. And he has done this on his own accord because he's following the orders of the Israelis. And they're not concerned about sending their troops, they're concerned about the Americans. We told you. We told you. All right. Yeah. When you watch those a lot of videos and you see guys or gals will sit there and say, I told you this before, da 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 da. And a lot of times like, who the fuck is this person? But when you come to one of our channels, especially in GMS from the apostles on down, oh, we've been a broken record for years, decades. All right, singing the same song. So we're not the ones to sit there for people to, you know, like we're some fly night guys. We've been saying this for a long time. All right, it says, strive not with an angry man, and go not with him into solitary place. For blood as nothing in his sight, and where there is no help, he will overthrow thee. And that's what Esau is known for. All right, the overthrown of nations. So everything is going to come back to them. Everything is coming back. And nobody wants to be involved with America. Nobody. Obadiah 7, it says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. And your greatest ally has brought you to endless war, a war that's going to completely annihilate America. All right. It says, in that places, the rats with the small hats. It says, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, prevail against thee. They that eat thy bread lay a wound under thee. There's none understanding in him. So all your allies is going to turn on you. All right. Hey, that's what the scripture says. The beast shall hate the whore. Get that real quick. 17 and 15. 16. It says, and the 10 horns which thou hast sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. So everybody hates the whore. And now we see why they hate the whore. Is the mouthpiece of America today. And the threats. And the crazy part, this side of the nations are looking. They want you to overthrow the current government. They want to give you an outing. But the pride here in America will not allow that to happen. So that's why you have films like yeah, like you. It's Red Dawn. As I was yawning, I was seeing the Patrick Swayze's face and Charlie Sheen, the original. And in that film, middle of America got invaded by foreign troops. And their whole intent was pretty much to get revenge on America. So everybody hates this goddamn place, even his own citizens. The only ones that keep it afloat is 2/3 of the nation of Israel, believe in the hype that has been granted to them. It says, and shall make the and the 10 horns that soars upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. And according to the according to the law, when you burn someone with fire, they have to be a witch. So this evil society is going to get burnt up as a witch. All right. So everybody's starting to pick up, and they hate this place. They truly hate this place. All right. And it's not a place to love. This place was created for us in our captivity, and captivity is not a good thing. So, like he said, Trump has have the world hating on them, and since they hate, and it's real, how much hatred they have for America. When it comes down to it, they're not gonna need that much persuading to send missiles on his face. All because the Lord using that cruel Lord. And that cruel Lord, which is Isaiah 19:4, is, which we believe in the spirit, is Donald J. Trump. So that being said, shalom to the elected and nation Israel. Shalom.